Hello, welcome back to the channel and welcome to the garage. Now, you might look at this garage and say, wow, Jason, you've got a lot of stuff. And you would be right. My wife and I have lived in this house for 20 years. We've raised our kids here. They're now in their first year of college. With all of the stuff in here, you're probably thinking, wow, you should probably declutter that stuff. And you would be right. This does need a declutter, but I'll let you in on a little something. This is decluttered. There are a lot of things, particularly here in this whole section of garage, that were brought in from my office. You're going to see what that is in a minute. It's pretty special and it's pretty unique and it's kind of crazy too. I've hinted at something big happening, and I did say in my previous video that I'm going to need to rely a lot on this YouTube community. I'm going to rely on you because I know that I'm not alone in this. There's a lot of advice, a lot of information, a lot of resources out there in this fabulous YouTube community, and I am eager to hear all about it. So please let me know what your experience is. Let me know any helpful hints that you've got for me and for our family. Anything at all. All are welcome in the comments section. Just, keep it nice. I'm going through a lot. Don't be mean. To my friends and family, thank you for your support, your concern. I've been keeping things pretty close to the vest here in these days since this has happened, just trying to get my feet underneath me and our whole family, get our feet underneath us. And so this is kind of going to be a way to just let you all know, let you all in on it at once, so that I kind of don't have to keep revisiting the same thing over and over again, because it's not comfortable or fun to talk about. I've had a job for 32 years with the same company, and I lost my job. I'm going to take this change of life and this period of transition, and I'm going to focus up on my YouTube channel. I'm going to try and make a run at doing this full time. So please subscribe to the channel. I'm just going to be real with you. This is how it is. This is what's going on. This is what it's like to be fired, to have financial burdens, to look for another job. Our family is really recycle, reuse oriented. We shop at thrift stores. I've rescued a lot of things out of the trash, honestly. Furniture that we use in our house right now, vintage furniture that is in great shape. If you may have perused the channel a little bit and seen that I restore vintage trailers. So I'm very much focused on giving things a second life, and I'm kind of going into a second life of my own. We are in recovery mode. We're going to be doing a lot of different things to cope, but some of the things that I'm also going to be doing is I'm going to have a little bit of extra time here to get some of the things that need to be done around the house. So there's going to be a lot of how-tos and fixes. I'm going to finally get around to making that cat room. I'm also going to be putting up content about how I got to this point in YouTube. I do have a monetized channel. I'm going to be going through my analytics, seeing what it took to get here. Shorts played a big role in that, so we're going to analyze kind of how that helped to get me over to a point where I monetize my channel. There's going to be a lot of stuff going on, and that's kind of why I named my channel What Would Jason Do? And I kind of gave it to myself a little bit when I did that, because really now, in a whole different way, what would Jason do? You're going to come with me in a minute and you're going to help me clean out my office. But before that, we're going to go through kind of the decluttering and the organization that has brought me to this point. There's basically some stuff that we ended up bringing back in the house to use. And then we've also got a side of the garage here that's going to be a lot of what would have been donations. We're now probably going to have a yard sale, because in our position, every little bit counts. So let's get to it. Let's do the declutter, and then let's go clean out my office. So while the garage is pretty cluttered up, a lot of that has to do with just bringing stuff out and just setting it down, like if we're in a hurry or something, instead of putting it away. So the first thing we're going to do is just sort of organize things. And a great way to organize things that I've learned through the Carla Project, which you should really tune into, she's got some great decluttering videos, is we're going to go ahead and take everything that we can and put it to one side of the garage, and then work on cleaning up the other side. And as we go, we're going to start gathering things together that we're going to have for our yard sale. Next, we're going to clean up a little bit so that when we shift things from the other side of the garage or bring new things in, we're just not setting them down on a dirty floor. Next, we're going to put away things that do have a home, like this ice chest, which just never got put away after our last camping trip. I've also started to bring some things into the cleared part of the garage to start the sorting process. I've found some items that I can consolidate, which not only saves space, but also frees up another container that you can then store things in without getting them dusty. I was able to get rid of this bag fairly easily because it was mostly filled with other gift bags, and we already have a place to put those. This is a fan that we normally use during the hot summer months. It's not needed now, so it is easily stored away, and there's one less thing that we need to deal with. We are fortunate to have a lot of storage in our garage. I built this rack to accommodate tubs for things like Christmas and Halloween items, things you don't use all the time. It's also become home to a lot of things that are just keepsakes. This, for instance, are our kids' projects from school. We have also some really fun things like shoes that we never thought they would grow out of, and these pants that actually used to fit our 19-year-old son. It's kind of fun to uncover these treasures, from baby blankets to the Hogwarts tie that we got when we visited the Harry Potter experience in England. Still other items just evoke family memories from concerts and bands that we've loved and grown up with, and even the old Tinkerbell books. The kids will be home soon, so we'll go through these with them and sort out what they want to keep. We also have a lot of art. See? There are a lot of items in here that were either made or gifted to us by family or friends, so we'll sort these out a little bit later and determine which ones we want to keep and which ones we want to get rid of. For now, we'll put away what we can and move on to the next step. It is looking and feeling really good in here. There is one item that we are bringing back into the house, which is going to free up a lot of space out here, and that is a desk. And that desk was made by a dear friend of ours out of birch wood. It's really beautiful, and it's actually part of a suite of furniture that was made, and we are going to reunite some of those pieces in our bedroom. We're going to put this under our window. There's just a lot of natural light that comes in, and it's just going to be a really nice place just to get ready. And we are done for now. Nice and clean with a lot of space to bring things in from my office. And I've got a helper, Lotus. Always willing to lend a paw. Now it's time for the hard part. So this isn't going to be your average office clean out where I take a cardboard box and fill it up and go. I'm actually at a rental yard right now, and I'm renting a 12-foot stake bed truck with a lift gate. And you'll see why real soon. I have arrived at my office. It's a strange feeling to make that drive for the last time. It was just a great place to work. This was a family business, and everybody was treated like family. You truly felt like you were loved in this atmosphere. I'm naturally able to just fix about anything. I'm really curious. I love to take things apart to see how they work. And this job was what really fostered that ability, because there were so many pieces of equipment to figure out how to fix. I'm also an artist, and over the years I've used some cast off pieces of old equipment for artwork, which I've dubbed avant garbage. This company has been part of my life for a really long time, and it's formed me, and it's like my silent partner. It's like my friend. So it's tough to say goodbye, in a way, but kind of not, because the company itself was sold about 4.5 years ago, and it's just not been the same. This is the final bookend to this part of the journey. So I will say goodbye to whoever's here, clean out my office, and load up this big flatbed with a lift gate with some other things that you'll see here in just a minute. All right, let's do it. As you can tell from my office, I have a real flair for mid-century modern, which also plays into my recycle reuse philosophy. So this wasn't always my office. As I said, this was a family-owned business, and its founder took a chance on me as a young kid with long hair and no experience, and it really just paid off. You might be guessing from the surroundings that this business specializes in ophthalmic equipment, and that is eye doctor equipment. We sell it, we service it, and it has been my livelihood for the past 32 years. During that time, I've met some of the industry greats who have revolutionized the field of eye care. This picture, for instance, ask me about it in the comments. This office was not occupied by the founder of our company, but rather his son. While other companies just stayed the course and did things as they had always done, he was able to embrace technology, embrace social media, and really bring this company into the future and make it one of the best in the industry. I am so grateful for this family and for this opportunity. No matter how things have turned out, I will always look back at this time with fondness and gratitude. And here's the reason for the liftgate. This is my prized possession, an antique eye doctor's exam lane from the turn of the century. Not this century, the last one. The chair and the stand are from the late 1880s, the other equipment about the early 20s, and this cabinet right here is from 1910. I've also collected a lot of surgical equipment to go with it, such as antique sutures, syringes, and even some drops and pills. All right, well, that took a really long time. I got all the stuff into the truck and back home, and then we had one final thing to do, and that was turn in my company vehicle. My sweetie followed me down here, and we are literally together gonna ride off into the sunset. So long to this part of my life, and hello to the next one. I'm ready for the new adventure, and I've got an awesome lady to do it with.
Look it in the rear view mirror. Look who is coming home. We're literally riding into the sunset together, baby. Craziness.
I was just saying the same
Good
thing.
Good colors, too.
Love you.
Love you, too.
Here we are, on our way to our new life.
Literally. Which is the old life. It started out as us, and it's ending up as us.
Yep. we go.
I love the silhouette of the palm trees.
That night, Angela and I rode our bikes to the local watering hole to celebrate the past and embrace the future.
Check out all the people that came to my retirement party.